Welcome back to my channel. Today, I would like to present another poem by Li Bai. The title of this poem is 渡荆门送别, Seeing off my relatives at the Thorn Pass Harbour. This poem was composed around 724 CE when Li Bai set off to travel the whole Tang Empire. This was the first time Li Bai left the Sichuan region. This poem already shows Li Bai's extraordinary mastery of the poetic form. Until then, Li Bai had traveled within the Sichuan region, which is mostly mountains and rivers. At Jingmen, he saw the open plain and the lakes for the very first time. No wonder he was so impressed by the grand scale of the landscape. Li Bai also expressed his deep love to his home and his kinsmen. At this time, Li Bai was only 24 years old. Apparently, he was not traveling by himself, since Li Bai is also known as the Li 12 or Li the 12, which means that he had at least 11 older brothers or first cousins from his father's side. So, the relatives he parted at the Thorn Pass Harbour were either his older brothers or older cousins. As you can see from this map, his older brothers or cousins had accompanied him for thousands of miles all the way from home. Today, it might only take a few hours to get out of Sichuan by the high-speed train in China. However, during the Tang Dynasty, the journey out of Sichuan was an extremely dangerous adventure. The road out of Sichuan was almost impossible to travel. Li Bai exclaimed in one of his poems that 蜀道难，难于上青天. The road at the Shu Kingdom is so dangerous, it is harder than climbing up to the blue sky. Travel by boat was also dangerous. As shown in this map, from Li Bai's home near Yuzhou to Jingmen, it was the most treacherous water through the three gorges. Here is a painting of one of the gorges. You can imagine how dangerous it was traveling on a boat passing gorges like this one. I can understand how grateful Li Bai must be to his brothers and cousins. This also shows how much Li Bai was loved by his family. I'm Dr. Gao, a philosopher obsessed with poetry. I make videos about classical Chinese poetry, philosophies, and traditional Chinese medicine. Please click the like button and subscribe my channel. Your support is very important to me. I also offer one-to-one online lessons on these subjects. So, if you would like to read the original Chinese text with me or have personally tailored lessons on these subjects, please contact me. Here's my email address. Now, let me read the poem in Chinese first. 渡远荆门外，来从楚国游。山水平野尽，江入大荒流。月下飞天镜，云生接海楼。仍怜故乡水，万里送行舟。Now, let's look at the first two couplets. 渡远荆门外，来从楚国游。山水平野尽，江入大荒流。渡 literally means to cross a river. Apparently, Li Bai was traveling by boat, so David and I translate it as sail. Yuan means far away. Jing means thorn. Men literally means gate, but here it actually refers to a fortress, so David and I translate it as path. Wide means outside. Jinmen is a historically significant place located in today's Hubei province. It was one of the contenders for the hometown of the founder of Taoism, Laozi. There are at least 3 locations that are claimed as the hometown of Laozi. They are Henan Luyi, indicated by the blue star in this map, Anhui Woyang, indicated by the pink star, and Hubei Jinmen, indicated by the red star. However, since we don't even know whether Laozi is a real historical figure, his hometown is even harder to identify. The fight about Laozi's real hometown has been going on for more than 2,000 years since the Han Dynasty. Every time an emperor wanted to claim some kind of connection to Laozi or Taoism, the issue of Laozi's hometown would become a hot issue. This was particularly true during the Tang Dynasty. It was because the royal family claimed that Laozi was their ancestor, and they needed to build a temple for Laozi to worship him as their ancestor. Hence, to locate the exact place of Laozi's hometown became particularly important for the Tang emperors. Although they eventually decided to recognize Henan Luyi, which had been celebrated as Laozi's hometown since the late Han Dynasty, the historian of the Tang Dynasty had found evidences that a county named Ruo was Laozi's hometown according to the historical records. However, this fact was covered up by the Han Dynasty Emperor Liu Zhi. Emperor Liu Zhi was the 27th emperor of the Han Dynasty. He sent a eunuch named Zhuo Guan to investigate Laozi's hometown in 165 CE. The eunuch Zhuo Guan identified a county named Kuxian, or today's Henan Luyi, as Laozi's hometown and built a huge temple for Laozi there. However, both the emperor and the eunuch made a huge mistake. The Han Dynasty historian Sima Qian recorded in his Shi Ji, or the record of the grand script, Laozi's home is Ruoxian, not Kuxian. As you can see, the characters Ku and Ruo are so similar, and apparently the eunuch made a mistake. When Emperor Liu Zhi found out this mistake, it was too late. The temple for Laozi was already built, and the whole empire knew that the emperor had built a temple for Laozi at his hometown, Kuxian. To cover up this mistake, the Emperor Liu Zhi changed the name of Ruoxian to Ruoxian, so that no one would find out his mistake. Of course, it is not so easy to cover up a mistake because there are too many historical records, especially for someone as important as Laozi. So, the Tang Dynasty historians also find out this mistake. But the emperors of the Tang were not going to correct the mistake an emperor made several hundred years ago. Instead, they changed the name of the Ruoxian or Ruoxian to Jinmen and permanently erased the name of Laozi's hometown from the map of their empire. The fight over Laozi's hometown is still going on today. How Anhui Woyang joins the fight is another long story, which I might tell in the future. Let me know if you would like to hear the whole story about the long fight over Laozi's hometown. I'm not sure whether Li Bai was aware of the fact that he was at Jinmen, which is Laozi's hometown. If he knew, he must be very happy due to his passion for Taoism. Lai means come over. Chong means from. Chu refers to the true state. You means tour. It is quite interesting that Li Bai uses the character Chong here. It indicates that Jingmen was the starting point for his new adventure. Shan means mountain. Shui means with. Ping means flat. Ye refers to open plain. Jin means end. Jiang means river in modern Chinese. But Jiang is not just any river in classical Chinese. It specifically refers to the Yangtze. Other rivers are called Shui. So David and I just translate it as Yangtze. Ru means enter. Da means great. Huang means wilderness. Liu means flow. So these two couplets can be translated as sailing far away from Thorn Pass Harbour, I'm going to tour the true state. The mountains end with a wide open plain. The Yangtze River flows into the great wilderness. 月下飞天镜，云生接海楼。仍怜故乡水，万里送行舟。月 means moon. 下 is normally used as an adverb meaning below or under. But here it is used as a verb meaning to come down. It is also connected with the next character, fei or fly. So David and I translate 下 with fei together as fly down. 天 means heaven. 镜 means mirror. 云 means cloud. 生 means emerge. 接 means conceal. 海楼 here is an abbreviation of 海市蜃楼, referring to the mirage emerged in the clouds. So we translate it as castles in the air. 仍 means still. 怜 means pity in modern Chinese, as in the phrase of 可怜 or pitiful. However, it means love in classic Chinese. 故乡 means hometown. 水 means water. Li Bai also did a bit of wordplay here. This line says, the poet still loved the river that flowed from his hometown. But from the textual context, it is meant to say that the river from his hometown still loves him, so much so that the river carries his boat all the way from home for 10,000 miles, as stated in the following line. 1 means 10,000. Li is the Chinese counterpart for the English word mile, so David and I just use mile. Sheng means seeing off. 行 means travel. 舟 means boat. 行舟 means traveling boat. So the last two couplets can be translated as the moon flies down from the heavens on the water like a mirror. The clouds conceal into castles in the air. The river from my hometown still loves me. It has carried my boat for 10,000 miles. The first couplet sets up the scene. Li Bai traveled to the Thorn Pass Harbour with his relatives. They were about to go home, and he would continue his travel to the ancient land of the true state. The second couplet tells what Li Bai saw at the harbor for the very first time. As you can see in this old map on the left, they had sailed for thousands of miles along the Yangtze River through the most treacherous waters, and finally reached the wide open lakes where mountains gave way to flat plains. The poet must be experiencing a rather mixed feeling. On one hand, he was excited to get out of the mountainous terrain and entering a completely different landscape, but he also felt sad that he was going to part with his brothers and cousins. As far as I know, he never went back to Sichuan for the rest of his life. This might be the last time he saw his brothers and cousins. The third couplet paints a beautiful scenario on the lake. It must be an eye-opening experience to Li Bai that the water of the lake could be so still that the reflection of the moon looks like a mirror, and imagined that the moon becomes a mirror and flies down from the blue sky, and the reflection of the towers from the nearby town look like a mirage concealed by the floating clouds. The last couplet consists of my favorite lines. Rather than thanking his brothers and cousins for accompanying him for thousands of miles through the most dangerous waters, he thanked the Yangtze River for carrying his traveling boat throughout the whole journey. But we can still read it as a subtle way to expressing his love and gratitude to his brothers and cousins. His love for them was as deep as the water of the Yangtze River. I'm Dr. Gao, a philosopher obsessed with poetry. I make videos about classical Chinese poetry, philosophies, and traditional Chinese medicine. Please click the like button and subscribe my channel. Your support is very important to me. Any small donation to my channel is much appreciated so that I can focus my energy and time to make more and better videos for you. I also offer one-to-one online lessons on these subjects. So, if you would like to have a personally tailored lessons or read original Chinese text with me, please contact me. Here's my email address. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you next time.